斯拉连涨2个星期，苹果以及微软的股价都刷新纪录，低迷很久的美股逐渐出现曙光。
Closing out the month of May in the green, the Nasdaq did post its first 3-month win streak since 2021.
在 AI 热潮的带动下，辉达股价更是所向披靡，成为第一家市值上兆的晶片厂。
NVIDIA's new entry into the $1 trillion valuation club, just the latest milestone in the AI boom we've seen this year.
So this really took everybody off guard in the market. Shares went crazy. NVIDIA shares have continued to climb since then. They've had a blockbuster year. They've had a blockbuster 12 months. And it now looks like it's paving the way for even greater growth ahead.
科技股在庞大的通膨压力以及衰退的阴霾当中，依旧开出红盘，让不少投资人喜出望外，认为美股准备从熊市迈向牛市。
They've been worried about a looming recession coming. They've had to deal with a high level of uncertainty from the Fed and all of the interest rates that we've seen come down the pike from there. And just kind of looking at all of the uncertainty, the geopolitical uncertainty with Russia, and then you had these debt ceiling negotiations in Congress. So this was sort of this bright light that got shown into the markets, gave investors a sense of once we get past all of this, here's where the future is going to be.
但专家警告，不要高兴得太早，就怕这是一头伪装成牛的熊。
U.S. markets and to some degree the overseas markets have had a nice rally over the last 2 months. In the shorter term, a lot of things are lining up that we're probably due for a normal pullback or correction. That's usually of the magnitude of 8 to 10%. It certainly would bring PE ratios down to a more reasonable level.
摩根大通首席投资长米歇尔就担心，现在的情况让他想起2008年3月到6月时的稳定反弹，未来几个月可能就是暴风雨前的宁静。
The Magnificent Seven, they are all up between 35 and 180% this year. And in May alone, Alphabet and Amazon, they're up 15% each. NVIDIA nearly 50%.
其实仔细看看整个美股走势，标普500以及道琼指数上升的并不明显，但纳斯达克指数却出现狂飙，显示涨势都出现在科技领域，美股并没有想象中那么稳健。
There's no question that the indices, the headline indices, have been amazingly resilient. But again, that's if you take out 7 stocks. In many cases, you're down on the year.
The S&P 500 has basically been the S&P 7. We've just seen stocks like NVIDIA, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Meta, Tesla. Those are the companies that are pretty much calling all of the shots here now.
分析师认为，科技股本身就已经开始进入一场胜者为王的关键淘汰赛。
What we saw initially from NVIDIA is that stock did very well. Some of its competitors, namely Intel, took a real beating as NVIDIA went up. So they're going to be winners and losers in this space. What you would hope for now is that as technology bleeds its way through the economy, some of those gains, those incredibly outsized gains that these huge companies have seen, start to filter their way through the rest of the market and the rest of the economy.
这场几乎是赢者全拿的残酷游戏，虽然大幅推升科技龙头的市值，但就怕当年网络泡沫股价暴跌30%的噩梦重演。
There's no question, I think, that we have a price bubble. And, we had a price bubble with the dot-coms and the internet back in the late 1990s.
It feels a little bit overdone. And I think if you look at the rest of the market, whether it's the equal-weighted S&P 500, cyclical stocks, the dollar, commodities, it's all telling you that a slowdown is coming. So I think the broader market is much weaker than the headline would tell you.
财经专家认为，虽然 AI 热度没有这么快消退，但股价已经被炒到过热，就怕这样的热潮掩饰了经济衰退带来的风险。如果大潮一退，投资人恐怕付出惨痛代价。TVBS 新闻综合报道。
想看最完整的新闻内容，记得下载 TVBS 新闻网 APP。